Well,
Okay, we are with 3 here.
Ja, zo. Ik kan wel wat.
Nee.
Nou, do you hear me now?
no. You are muted.
Do you hear me now from the other computer?
Just a little bit, but very quiet.
Ja, dat gaat niet, want dan gaat het mijne uitvallen. Die moet in stopcontact zitten. Zet daarnaast. Je kunt hem daar en steken dan ons echt gewoon. Oh nee.
You guys sit next to each other, cool.
Yes, we were working together.
I was like, how is that? How is that possible in Zoom that you can just walk in other screens?
Magic. I think we are waiting for. Oh no, Tiziana's there. Wait. Where is she? I don't see it. Tiziana, ben je er? Ik doe dat. Oh. Yeah. Okay, Tiziana is coming. She's the last one, and then we can start.
Awesome. I'm excited.
Still in America?
Yes, I'm back. I was 1 week in Austria and checked my visa, but that's so complicated. That's great, really. When I was, they ask you so many questions. I don't know. Have you been in the States? Some of you guys?
Yes, in Florida, but it's a long time ago.
Yeah, they ask so many questions when you come. It's insane. It's like, what do you do there? How long do you have planned to stay? What do you do for work? Do you have enough money saved to finance your trip? And like so many things. That's crazy. And yeah, now I have another. I can stay until 5th of January, and then I have to improve and do something else.
Okay, so you live actually there.
Yeah. I was the first time I was here 2 years ago, and I really liked it. And then I came back to Miami at the end of June this year.
Yeah. Okay.
And
Nice.
before I was in Mexico 7 months. I really like to travel, and that's the reason why I started network marketing, because of that. And this is truly the business what allows you to have total freedom, and this is what I really love.
That's something the girl here, Maxine, she was telling about it last week, that she wanted to travel but didn't know when, what first, how.
Nice.
Right?
That's cool.
All right, I think Tiziana's also here. She has problems with her voice, I guess. There she is. Buongiorno. She's also Italian.
Awesome.
Okay, now we are complete.
Perfect. What do we speak about? Recruiting, how to recruit better people?
Yes, please.
Okay, that's cool.
We are all in network marketing, so that's something we just need. So we have to improve on that subject.
Yeah, I'm super excited to be here. And can you write in the chat how many people did you enroll personally so far? That would be interesting, so I can adapt a little bit with my strategies. And for example, you can write 2 distributors and 20 customers, or I don't know. And because the thing is, what I realized in the beginning when I started network marketing, I can tell you my network marketing story in a nutshell. I was 21 yeah, or 2022, and I was working as a cook in Austria in a 5-star hotel, and I cooked, you know, and it was fun. But I realized that people they stay in the hotel where I was working, they paid for one night the same amount what I earned in the entire month. So basically 1,700 euros for one night in the 5-star hotel. And I was like, how is that possible? So there must be something else how to make money. So and I was so curious, you know, because I saw all the luxury cars, and you know, when you're a guy and you attract the cars, and then you're like, oh my God, how did they do it? It's like, how else do they make money? And that was so crazy. And I think I have a presentation a little bit. So because I explained they can see my journey a little bit. That was me, young, faded, with a big dream, and working as a cook. And you know, I was always looking for a way how to make money. So that was important for me. So I was like, how can I make money? So, and someone introduced network marketing to me, my brother, but that was a scam. That was like, that was basically just collecting money, basically. So, and I was like, okay, that's interesting, but I lose all the time friends when I do this, and there must be something serious as well. So, and then I found the company what I worked with for the last 7 years. That was Jones, and we have basically health and wellness products, so similar to the products that you have. And basically, when I was working as a cook in Carinthia, I realized I work too many hours and I don't have so much time to work in my business. So what I did, I decided to work in a canteen kitchen where we produced like crazy amounts of dishes. For example, we cooked here more than 1,000 duck breasts in a container where you could put basically 20 people in it. So it's completely crazy. And I was so hungry, and my network marketing business gave me the power to keep going even if I didn't like the job. So and that was interesting, and I never quit. And that was like my number one goal was to become successful in this business. So that was basically the number one goal in my life, and everything else came below. And this is something very interesting when you think about this, that this attitude will help you to reach way more than all the average people. Because some people, they just start network marketing and they're like, yeah, I do it a little bit. But if you really are focused and like, okay, I want to do this until it works. And I don't stop until I make a huge amount of money. This is when the magic happens. And I remember we had I did events like 6 hours away. I drove with the car. Only 2 people were there. Nobody signed up. I drove back on the next day. And nothing would ever stop me. I realized I was once in a position where I explained the business for 4 hours to an Iranian family somewhere 1 hour away from my country, from my home. Nobody bought. When I went out, my car got towed and I had to pay another 300 euros, and I didn't sign someone up and I didn't have a customer. And that was so frustrating, but I was so angry. And once I said, I either become successful or I'm gonna die. It's like, I really don't care. You cannot tell me that that's not possible for me to build that business. And once when I had one of my smallest breakthrough, and maybe this is for people who want to travel now. This is cool. My dream was always to live between the palm trees, ocean, and sun and every day. Because in Austria, it's the same weather like in Belgium. It's not that you have like 300 days sunshine a year. And in winter, it gets freaking cold. So I was once in the Christmas market in Belgium. That was cool. It was 2 years ago. And I had like waffles. But that was pretty amazing. And so my dream was to live where other people go on vacation. So that was my idea. And then it took me 2.5 years to have the same income what I had when I was working as a cook. And during the pandemic, I realized everybody's working from home. Everybody's looking for a way how to break out of the system. Everybody wants to do something because everybody spends more time on social media than ever before. So I decided to work like crazy. But what I mean when I said I work like crazy, the only thing what I did, my only goal was how many people can I get on a call with me that I can introduce them to my business. So, and I was messaging people like crazy. And I was looking for people with the same similarities what I have. For example, fitness, nutrition. And I was messaging them. But I go to my exact strategy a little bit later. So you have a very detailed blueprint what I did, because I enrolled more than 120 people and they paid between 500 and 4,000 euros to get started. And I built a team of more than 1,500 people basically in 2 years, in the last 2 years. And just because of that social media strategies. And when I was in Dominican Republic, it was amazing because that was the last time when I was employed. They fired me because I was promoting my network marketing business on Instagram like crazy. And then I had to, I decided to go on a vacation. And I went to Dominican Republic and I was like, I go there one-way flight. And you have to imagine, I was in all time in Austria and I've never been so far away. And I decided to book a one-way flight. And then I said, okay, I just live there. I don't care. It's like, I just go there, I book an apartment for 15 days, and then let's see what happens. And then I found a place and I really liked the place, and it was like 10 minutes away from the beach. And I booked the apartment for basically 6 months. So I ended up living in Dominican Republic for 7 months out of nothing. And my business wasn't stable in those times, but it was enough to make a living there because I was paying like 500 euros for an apartment. And it was great. And the thing was, it was cool, but then I lost my entire organization because there was one guy recruited my whole team away, and he said, yeah, there is another crypto scam and you can make money overnight. And he took basically all my people. So after in Dominican Republic, I lost all my team. After 3 years, I went from, I don't know, 2,000 euros a month to zero because he has such a huge power because this guy was so good in the business and he took it basically all away. So, and then once I came back to Austria, like after like 6-7 months in the business, like when I was in Dominican Republic, we hosted events. We rented a whole cinema, an entire cinema, and only, I don't know, 6 people showed up. And the 6 people were basically the family members, the relatives of the people that I signed up. So not really a very interested person. So nobody bought anything. So, and that was like so crazy, you know, it's like I went through so much shit in the business. But I had that attitude. It's like, you cannot stop me. Like, throw at me what you want. I don't care. I keep going. And this is, and if you only have one takeaway from this call today, just take it. Take this one. No matter what, throw at me what you want. I don't care. I keep going. There's nothing what can stop me. You have to kill me. You have to shoot me in the head that I'm going to stop. And that was completely crazy, you know. And like after 5 years, when I was building my brand and I was pushing so hard that other people make money in my network marketing business, this is where things took off. Because it's learning recruiting is one thing. This is the first thing what you have to learn. But how to lead your team, this is even more difficult. Because it's like how to talk to those people that they produce volume like crazy. So after 5 years, I was on stage in Budapest, and I had a sales volume around $90,000 a month. And that was completely crazy. I got an award, and I felt like that was so cool. And after that, people in other network marketing companies booked me basically to ask me if I can give them some tips how to build on social media. And that was basically the story. But it took me really, like, honestly, 5 years. Like 5 years to make more than $10,000 in network marketing. But if I would look back right now, I couldn't do any other job what gave me like $10,000 a month and the freedom what comes with network marketing. So I would definitely do it all the time again. But you really have to decide that you're going to do it until it works. And what you need to recruit highly successful people and what you need to recruit effectively, you have 3 strong core beliefs. You need to believe in network marketing in general, in that profession, that you can accomplish your wildest dreams, and this is possible in the business. You have to believe in that. You have to look at other people in the profession, and you have to say, okay, they have success. If they can do it, I can do it. And this is important to understand. If you have success, it's your fault. If you don't have success, it's your fault as well. It's your responsibility and no one else's. Second, you have to believe in your company. You have to believe that the products, what you offer and what you sell, make truly an impact in other people's lives. And you have the products of Herbalife, and they are absolutely insane. I tried them and I really love them. So this is basically insane. What you can, and this is, and even this company is like, I don't know how many years are on the market, like 30, 40, I don't know, something like this. And they're, I think they're like in the top 10 since, I don't know, 10, 20 years. And this is also a belief what you have. So point number 3, and I think this is where most people struggle, is you have to believe in yourself. And that sounds so random because like you hear it in all the motivational videos on YouTube, and it's like, yeah, believe in yourself, believe in yourself. But when I was in the Dominican Republic and I didn't know what to do, I didn't speak Spanish, and before I left the plane, I was like, okay, I go there, I don't speak the language, my business is not really stable, and I try to make a living 10,000 kilometers away from my home. I was like, that's pretty scary. So, but my next thought was, if there would be one person who could make that happen, I would be the one. So because of all my experiences in the past, because of all the resilience, of all the failures what I had such a strong core belief that I'm going to make it happen. And if you have this, nothing can stop you. Absolutely nothing. And because I said, like, who should stop me? Like, if let's say, look, when Grace decides tomorrow, it's like, I'm gonna do this for real. It's like nothing can stop me, and I'm gonna bring this thing to the top, and I become #1 in Belgium. Who should stop her? Nobody. Nobody can stop. Like nobody can stop you. Literally nobody. Because you are so laser focused and you do only things what produce volume like crazy. So and next, we speak about how do I do this? Like, okay, so now we believe that, okay, the company is amazing. Network marketing is an amazing industry, and I believe in myself. So what do I do now? So, and this is what this part is about. So you need to prepare a list, but you need to think like, who I want in my business, who do I want to work with? And look for people who are better at something. For example, who are good at, let's say, graphic design, or who have skills what you don't have, because you can use it somehow. And it's also, for example, if you have a photographer and he's building your network marketing business, and you talk with a prospect and he's a photographer, and you can connect them and they can speak on the same level because both have the same profession, it's more likely that the photographer in your team signs the other photographer up because of the similarities what they have. And this is important to understand. So first, you're going to make a list of, let's say, 50 people. Because if you make a list of 50 people, and I want you to do this after the call. And I can guarantee you have people wanting to work with you, because this works all the time and it works with 100% success rate. So you're going to make a list of 50 people and you think about a common memory in the past. What you had with those person. For example, I don't know. I give you an example what we did once. There was one woman in my team and she had a friend living in Spain, and they didn't talk since 12 years. So that was not a really good relationship. But what she had in her storage, she had a jacket, and the jacket reminds her on the time what they spent 12 years ago. And she had the same jacket and they bought it together on an event. So what she did, basically, she took a picture from the jacket, sent it to her and say, hey, do you remember this time when we did this and this and this and this? How are you? What are you doing these times? I was just thinking about you. We had such a long time, not a conversation. It's like, how are you? Right? It's like, but this is like how you do it, right? It's like a conversation what you start. The more hands you shake, the more money you make. The more conversations you start, the more money you make in your business. So first, you're gonna start the conversation again, and then you send them a voice message. And in this voice message, I can tell you, if you really do this the same how I teach you right now, it works 100%. It's incredible because it's human psychology. So what you do is you send a voice message where you tell the person, why do you think that the person would be amazing in the business were you involved? That's first question. Second question is, what's in it for him? But the thing is, if you have if you didn't talk for a long term with a person, sometimes you don't know exactly what the person wants to change. But if you're very good at the honest compliments in that voice message, you can make it so good that people still watch the things because they feel so appreciated. So what we did, for example, with the one person that I go back to that example, the Spanish speaking person, she said to her, that sounds crazy because we didn't talk for the last 12 years, but you know what? I was thinking about you because I saw that jacket and that reminds me of you. And when I was thinking about you, I realized that you are amazing at talking to people. You have a network that's internationally. You speak Spanish, you speak German, you speak English. What you accomplished, it's completely crazy and you're so hardworking. And you know what's completely wild? A multi-million-dollar company from United States expands in Spain. And you could be one of the first person who could participate from it. And I think if you would do this with your skills, what you have, you would make so much money. It would be absolutely incredible. Maybe this sounds crazy, but I open to take a look at it. So look what I said, because this is what you can say as well, because Herbalife is from the United States. So people are completely, they go crazy when they feel appreciated. And if I say there is an amazing $1 million company expanding in the country where you are right now, even if they are there already 20 years, nobody cares. But your team is expanding in Spain, for example. Nobody can control it. But this like you need to tell a story. And this like for example, I would say, hey, do you want to join my business? That would be super boring. And this is what everybody else is doing. And this is the reason why nobody has success, or the majority is not successful in the business, because they don't have an idea how it really works. So, and this is basically the idea. So are you open to take a look at this? This is important. You can take any stranger and you can say, you would be amazing in this because of your skills, you do this, 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 this. Are you open to take a look at it? If they say yes, don't make the mistake and send a video, or don't try to explain it in a voice message. Get with them on a phone call, because you go from voice message, you go from text message to phone call, no, from text message to voice message to phone call, and from phone call to Zoom call. This is how you build relationship with strangers on social media. And then you're going to go with him on a call. And in that call, you're going to ask him, why is he open for something new? And then you take notes. And then it's a completely different way how to recruit people. Because did you realize most people, they just try to enroll people in the network marketing business. But if you act as a consultant and you ask so many questions, like, hey, where do you stay in your life? What can you do? And you know, guess what? Network marketing is a solution for every problem what people have. Because 90% of all the problems you can solve with money and freedom. And everybody wants more time with the family. And if they build network marketing, they accomplish that goal 100%. And if you focus on this, what I taught you so far, like making a list, 50 people, thinking about why do I believe that person would be a good fit, sending him a high energetic voice message, because nobody is excited anymore today. Asking him, are you open for something new? He says yes. You say, great. When do you have 10 minutes today for a talk? You're going to call him. You're going to ask him even more questions that you can make sure that your business can change his life forever. And then you send him maybe a short video where the compensation plan gets explained, where the products are explained, just 10-15 minutes. And then you say, we're going to do a Zoom call, and I take you behind the scenes and I show you a little bit about the shop, what you can use in 100 countries. And then in the Zoom call, you're going to ask him, in the Zoom call, you're going to ask him at the end, basically after like 15 minutes, it's like, how do you want to get started? And then you give him the packages, and then you offer him the packages. And I would offer him packages where he has a lot of products, so he can try one of the products, and you make more commission when you sign him up. And then this is basically, that's all. So your goal is to start a day, 30 new conversations every day with the people in your niche. Because these are people where it's easy for you to build a relationship. And if you master that skill, when it comes to recruiting people, then this is like 99% of all the problems in your business, it's solved. Because there is no problem in your business right now what you can't solve with new people, right? It's true. Because you have people, they do nothing. What you do, you just recruit more people. You have someone who quits. He says, I don't want to do this anymore. What's the solution? Instead of crying and getting upset, you're going to recruit more people. So, and if you learn it once, how to recruit people on demand that say, okay, I only need to, if I want to have 3 new people, I just need to make a list of 30 people and I need to talk to them as soon as possible. And guess what? Social media is full of all the people and everybody is looking for something. And if you are a little bit smart and if you be interested first and then you offer the problem, then you offer the solution for the problems what the person has, this is how you recruit unlimited people. And with that strategy, I recruited more than 120 people in my network marketing career, and this truly works phenomenal. Do you have any questions so far?
A couple, but I will ask them at the end.
Okay, tell me.
Maybe. Oh wait. Hebben jullie andere vragen? Okay. If you go on social media, how do you look for the right people? What are the 3 top tips you use when you're on social looking for people?
That's a great question. I look for people who are not afraid to speak in the camera. I look for people who make already stories where they tell something, because these are people, they have usually a following and they're not afraid. So I'll give you an example. If you take someone who is afraid of talking in the camera, you need to basically, the person has to do so much personal development that they have the courage to speak in front of the camera, that I would rather take someone who's already doing that, because that saves me a lot of work, if that makes sense. And so I would take those kind of people, and I look for people who have similarities. For example, if I do fitness, I look for people who are into fitness, because I can start a conversation and say, hey, you're amazing in shape. Since how many years do you work out? Boom, randomly. And I can do this kind of conversation starter 30 times a day with people who are doing fitness in Belgium. And this is how I can start, for example. And I look for people who look confident. And I look for people who have a nice social media presence, because for them, it's easier to recruit people. Don't start conversation with someone who has, I don't know, a coin as a profile picture or a flowers, or I don't know, because you can forget them. You need good people. And yeah, and in the conversation, you find already if they are hungry, if they want to do something, if they are energetic, if they send voice messages, for example. But I look basically for people who speak in the camera and who have the same interests what I have.
Do you use like hashtags to look for those with same similarities?
Yes. For example, hashtags, or I look for the location. For example, what you can do is you can go in, you can check in your case, for example, what is the biggest gym in Belgium, for example. You go on their Instagram page, or you go on the location, because every fitness girl is making a picture when they go in the gym and they tag the gym. So what you can do basically is you can message them all. It's like, hey, Sonia, you're amazing in shape. How long do you work out? Hey, Sandra, you're amazing in shape. When did you start working out? Right? You can do this after the call, like, and then you can build basically a business. Because look, the thing is, most people, the problem with people in fitness is they are very good in health, nutrition, and they're good in shape. But just imagine if they have the discipline when it comes to making money and build business. This is when you truly tick every boxes in life, and you can help them with your concept. And I would definitely use hashtags and locations and gyms, and then just message people. And your goal should be to be an effect-finding mission. It's like, for example, if I would talk to someone, for example, I talk to Grace, and my goal is to find out if there is something where I can help her to improve her life. This should be your attitude. Don't try to enroll someone. It's like, because nobody wants to be recruited, but everybody wants to get help. And if you're interested first, recruiting becomes way more easier.
I had another one, but I don't remember.
Okay.
Did you find me also with a hashtag, or how was that?
I think somewhere with network marketing or Herbalife. I don't really know exactly anymore. So I think I saw you somewhere randomly. The universe brought us together.
True. Okay.
And I have, but if I would explain that right now, that would take a little bit too long. I send you my Instagram name here in the chat. And then you can message me, set up. Then I send you a text and a strategy how to set up your Instagram profile that people message you more. Because this is completely crazy what you can do. Because look, the thing is, if you start messaging people, so sometimes you just need to think if you would walk in the other person's shoes. So if you message me, what is the first thing what I do? I see the message, and the first thing before I answer, I look at your profile. It's like, who's messaging me, right? So like, who's that person? So, and then I go to the profile, and then maybe it's not that nice, or it's like in the bio say some weird things, what doesn't give me clarity. For example, I don't respond because I don't know what the person wants. But for example, if I do fitness and the person says, I help fitness trainers make money online, and I do fitness trainings and I would like to make money online. So it's like, okay, that's interesting. I think I talked to this guy, maybe he can help me a little bit, and I have a strategy that works completely crazy, and that works so good. And I'll send you how to set up your Instagram profile. Just send me the word set up on Instagram, and I'll send it to you over. It's like how to structure your first posts, and that works absolutely incredible. Is there anything else?
I'm doing it immediately.
Yeah, do it. Is there anything else what you would like to know?
Katie had a question in the car. Oh, that's not. What can I say? It's a little bit about the video you sent me 2 weeks ago. What do you use when you start talking to someone and you want them to recruit them? There was a video about how you create the right sentences, how you ask the right question.
This is what I saw on YouTube, right?
Yes.
Yeah, this is basically what I explained in the last 30 minutes. It's basically in 20 minutes. What I explained right now. This is what the video is about, what I sent you.
Yeah, that was a good video. That was more about the right questions.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, it's all about what questions you ask, right? And if you ask the right questions, you're faster on the position where you would like to be. I'll give you an example, because I can ask questions where I can nothing do with the answers, for example. Like some people, they just make small talk, but nobody's interested in small talk. So for example, when I talk to people on Instagram, I ask them, it's like, hey, you're amazing in shape, for example. How long do you work out? Like 2 years, I don't know. And then I ask, for example, what do you do for a living? Do you do something with fitness? And they say no. I was like, oh, cool. What do you do? And then she say, I do this and this. I was like, okay, cool. Is it always your dream job? And then she says, no. I was like, what would you like to do? You know, it's like I just lead the conversation in a direction where she says, for example, yeah, I'm not really happy in that what I do. So this is then, because then I have something where I can send basically my invitation to her. And I can say, hey, look, you told me that the job what you do is not satisfying you 100%. And because of what you do right now, you do fitness, you're disciplined, you know a lot about nutrition, I think you would absolutely crush it in a business. And when I can make 500 euros, I think you can make 5,000. You need to watch it. That's completely crazy. I open to take a look at it. It's like you cannot say no. It's like impossible. It's like if I say that with a high energy and I truly believe that, people all the time say yes, 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 sure, sure, 100%. And then I say, when do you have time? 10 minutes to talk. And this is the confidence and the boldness that I know for a fact that if he start the business with me, yeah, we're gonna crush it completely. And I give you another exercise. And this is something really cool. I mean, when I say you need to be confident and you need to believe in yourself, I wanna write one question down. And for example, if you don't have an answer to that question, all the strategies what I told you in the last 30 minutes are maybe worthless. Ask yourself, why should someone work with you? Why should someone join your team and not another person from Herbalife? What can you give them? And this is interesting. This is very interesting when you ask that question. And I had this once. I was like, why should someone join my business? Why should someone work with me and not with another person from my company? And my answer was because I can guarantee that I never give up. This is the commitment what I can give you. You can start with any other people, but you know this business, some people join, they say they're going to build it until the end. After 2 years, they're gone. And what I can guarantee you, that if we work together, we do it until it explodes and everybody knows our name. And I don't quit. I do it with you or without you, I don't care. But this is what I want you to know. You can't stop me. And I say that because I truly did it. I said, you cannot stop me. It's like, I do it. And this is what people feel. And they're like, okay, if I'm going to do this with this guy, he will be here. Because the last thing what I want is joining a business where I need support and where I need guidance. And then I have someone who says after 7 months, or I quit, or he's not replying to my messages anymore. Makes sense a little bit?
That was a good one.
It was a good one. It was good, huh?
Maybe Evelyn, do you have a question? Evelyn is the not social media girl.
Okay, what's holding you back?
I just don't know what to post, what people like to see about me.
Just ask them.
Yeah.
Just make a story. It's like, what are you interested in on my profile? Like me, my life, my business, my hobbies, and then you see like what people vote, and then you can, for example, produce content like this.
I think it's actually a good idea to start, like for Tiziana, Evelyn, and Isabeau, that you make a story about that you want to upgrade your social media because you're starting your new concept, your new project, and you just ask the people what they want to see. And every person that makes a comment, you have to start a conversation with them, thanking them for responding, but also asking why they chose that. Or I think that's a very strong one, just to start one simple story.
You know, Evelyn, what helped me when I didn't know what to post on social media, I recorded a video on Instagram where I explained why I started network marketing. And then at the end, I said, and I take you on my channel here from 0 to the top of the mountain. And I take you on my journey with me. And I share all the webinars that I join. I share all the places I travel to. I share why I started a business. I share other people's success stories. And I share my entire journey. And now I'm at 0, but you see me at the top. Follow that journey. And then you just share your life. You say like, hey, I'm here in a Zoom call with Alex. He gave me some tips how to recruit more people. Hey, I had my first customer. He bought a shake. Hey, and then the guy, and then for example, you make a video and you say, hey, do you remember the guy that I posted last week about the shake? Now he lost 1.5 kilos in the first 1 week just because of the program. That's pretty insane. Isn't that cool? Do you want to lose weight? Yes, no. And then you let them vote, you know. But this is your own documentary to the top. And this, like, you don't need so much a strategy. And it's like on Monday I post this, and Tuesday I post this. I always posted what I felt like. It's like, I'll go to this event, I share this, I did this, and I just took them on the journey.
Thank you. I guess that was a really good answer for Evelyn. Thanks for sharing, Evelyn.
You're welcome.
Tiziana, do you have
Just enjoying on the living room. It's like
the Italian way?
That's better than Netflix. brain food.
Katie, you maybe?
Yeah, I mean, if you have other questions, just let me know on Instagram, and make a story and tag me, then I can repost you as well. And
Can I make it now?
sure, do it.
Kaylee says that you have a very lovely voice to hear.
Really? Oh, thank you. That's nice.
Yeah.
And I have a podcast too. You can check out the podcast. This is like where I interview like people who have accomplished things in network marketing that's like beyond. You know, do you know Eric Worre, the guy who's like the network marketing old guy genius from Las Vegas, United States? Do you know this guy?
The name says something, but
Okay, and he has a book. It's like 7 steps to become a network marketing professional. And I took basically what I did is like I take all the highly successful people in network marketing and I interview them about the systems, what they use, what brought them to the top. And the podcast is called, you find it on Spotify and Apple Podcast and on YouTube as well. And this is called Mental Candy with Alex. So you can also check this out on Spotify or Apple Podcast. And I upload usually one episode a week. And
what was the book? 7 steps?
7 steps. It's called GoPro. I'll write in the chat. GoPro 7 steps.
Oh yes, it's on the list of the books we need to read.
Yeah, we need to read what I didn't read so far. So Yep.
Okay. To become a network marketing. Okay. I'm gonna put myself there for the picture.
Perfect. And did you like the session? Did you took some notes?
A lot of.
Perfect. Yeah, this is like just do this after the call, message people and try to get them on a call and try to tell them why they need to join Herbalife. But be interested first in them, and then you present Herbalife as a solution for their problems. And then you do this like every day. It's like every day. How many people can I talk to? Like how many people can I get on calls? And then you will see that your business will never look the same in the next 90 days if you just follow this routine. Because look, the thing is, you know what's difficult? It's difficult to do, and it's difficult not to do. This is the thing. And you know what the problem is? I'll give you an example. What happened? For example, most people they do the business and they invite someone and then they do like 3 weeks nothing and then nothing grows basically. But it's the same like brushing your teeth. What will happen if you don't brush your teeth and you go only once a year to the dentist? Your teeth will fall out, right? What happens if you brush your teeth for 2 minutes once? Nothing, absolutely nothing. What should happen after 2 minutes? Nothing. But what's the magic? The magic is when you do it twice a day for 2 minutes, for a year, forever, right? This makes a huge difference. What happens if you go after this call and message 50 people? Maybe nothing. What happens when you start conversations with 30 people every day? I can guarantee you have so many people and your calendar is booked with people who want to join your business. Because these are the daily monotonous little things what measures the most. What are you doing when nobody is watching? The thing is, like, we see all the time people on stages, on events, like speaking in front of 18,000 people in a gigantic arena together with Jason Derulo in Poland. And there's like, it's like, how did they come there? You know, it's like, what did they do to accomplish such a huge steps? But what you didn't see is the late nights when this person 7 years ago was sitting in an old shitty apartment, writing a list, sending voice messages, inviting people on calls. This is what you don't see. But this is the work, what he did, what led to the result, what he has today. Because of the daily monotonous little things, what measures the most. And if you just, you need to do one thing after this call. You need to develop a new routine, like brushing your teeth in the morning. The thing is, you're not excited. It's not that you wake up in the morning and say, yes, wow, that's so cool. Now it's 7 a.m. in the morning. I can brush my teeth right now. I was looking forward since the whole evening yesterday. No, you just do it, right? You just go bathroom, wash your face, brush your teeth, right? And this is what you have to do with your business, is starting conversations. And starting conversations is the same meaning like if you have a restaurant, try to get people in the restaurant. Because what happens if you have a restaurant and nobody's walking in? Guess what? You can close it because nobody's buying something, right? What happens if you have network marketing and nobody is looking at your business? Nothing, you don't make money. So your only goal is to get people to see the business, because you cannot force them that they join, or you cannot force them that they work with you, because if you have to force them that they join, you have to force them that they do something, but they don't. So you need to, the only thing what you can control is how many people you talk to. That's the only thing. You cannot control if someone signs up or not. Focus on a very good follow-up, that you give them all the time exposures about the business, and start a routine starting from today, where you start 30 conversations with people who like the same things like you. And then you do this for a year. And I can guarantee you, you make the same money than a full-time job with your network marketing business. 100%. Let's do this. Time is now. You have everything what it takes.
Grace need to say that we are going to make a picture.
Okay, we want to take a picture? Okay, let's do it. Wow, everybody looks so good. It's amazing. So many beautiful people on the call.
On
I had to prepare you.
Awesome. All right. And yeah, if you want to know something else, some specific questions, just shoot me a message on Instagram and I'm happy when I can help.
All right. Oh. How did this concept came into your path, into your life?
The recruiting strategy,
Yeah.
that's a good question. How did I came up with that? Because you know what the thing is? Some people, I think I heard it there was one guy, I know it. There was one guy in my company who built a downline of more than 1 million people. And he was inviting people with voice messages to see the business. And I was like, that's interesting. I'm gonna try this. And when I tried this, then I got people, they said, yes, I'm interested. And if they say to me, yes, I'm interested, you know, the thing is why I can tell what works and what doesn't work is because I decided that I witnessed my entire life to find out how this thing works. Because the last 6 years, I never had I had some short-term relationships or have no kids or nothing, you know, I was just like focusing on how can I make this work? That was my only goal in my entire life. So I was messing up. Sometimes I just worked sometimes until from 8 a.m. until 1 a.m. in the morning. It's like I didn't care. I was like, I need to find out how this works. And if I ever find it out, I will help other people to save more time in this business. Because it took me 5 years. 5 years of disappointment until I found out what really makes a difference. And that's the thing. So I'll give you an example how I found out what makes a difference. And I always had one person who I could talk to, like, and I could ask basically people, like, where is the mistake? For example, I had once the situation when I invited someone. I said, are you open to check it out? They said yes, and I sent a video directly into the chat. And I did this for 20 times, and I couldn't get people on calls. And he said, and I asked one guy, like, what's the mistake? And he said to me, do you send the information about the business before you go with them on a call? And he said yes. No, and I said yes. And he said that's wrong because if you send it to him, you don't know when he has finished the video, and it doesn't give you the chance to make a right follow-up. And I said, okay, what should I do? And he's like, you need to go with them on a phone call first. And I was like, all right, you have more success what I have, I listen to you. And that is what I did. I asked him, are you open to take a look at it? And he says yes. And I said, great, when do you have time? 10 minutes for a call. So I went to him on a phone call, I asked more questions, and then I sent the video so I can reschedule an appointment when he saw the video for sure. And I don't be needy and say, hey, have you seen the video? You know? But I would say it's basically just trial and error and having the right people on my side who guided me on the journey. But nobody ever came to me and said, help me. I always came to people and I asked them, like, hey, I have this situation in business. I'm stuck here. What can I do? I was never afraid to get help.
No.
And then I found it out, like, what works, what doesn't work, what do people really need, what people really want. And that helped me to came up with strategies like this, for example.
You now coach people in network marketing, but if there is a company where you see what's possible, would you make the switch to do it yourself in that business, in that company?
What was the question? I didn't
Like
get-
now you're not working in multi-level marketing as in a company like Herbalife, like
Exactly.
whatever,
Mhm.
right? If you know that there is something that would satisfy you even more, money-wise or people-wise, would you do that?
If what would me satisfy? Or what do you mean exactly?
Wat ga je doen?
Ja, ik wil jullie en het een beetje interessant is over dan maken.
Ja, je zal het. Oké.
Maar ik zou het echt doen als een beetje.
So, for example, Herbalife, you see what's possible and you think like, okay, they're making a lot of money in another way than you're doing now. Would you make the switch and work with Herbalife and not only as a coach, but
Mhm.
also as
Yeah.
a distributor in the company?
The thing is that it's very difficult, what I realized, to be a generic coach and teach all the strategies and be basically on other people's calls when you are actively building right now, because this is what most people and most companies and teams are afraid, that you take their people and bring it into your business. Basically, this is what this is like. It's very it's very difficult. So what I realized, because the company what I worked with, they got sold, and there were a lot of changes, and I said, right now, because of all the strategies, I want to help all the other people, because I know so many people who are not at the level where I was in the business, and I help them to reach that goal. And maybe one day, I don't know if I have the feeling that I'm gonna start somewhere else as a distributor, but right now I wouldn't say that, because I really enjoy, for example, I have like other network marketing companies who book my trainings, and I teach them basically how to have a better social media presence, and this is what I enjoy more at the moment.
Okay. All right. Nice.
Was absolutely nice talking to you, and if you have questions, just reach out to me, and I'm super excited when I can help.
We will do. I'm excited also about the program I started now. So
Mhm.
let's see what will happen.
Yeah, this is really cool. And basically what I taught you so far in this call is 3% what you need to know to explode the business completely. And I have an entire program where I teach basically every single step, every aspect, like how to do follow-up, how to close, how to recruit people's Instagram reels. And I have basically a program, it's called the Game Plan, and that's also available. That's like courses, what you can watch and what you can learn. And this is the best network marketing training on the planet, because it's like my entire brain from the last 5 years in the program, and that's cool too.
Yeah.
Awesome.
You believe in yourself.
That's important, right?
True. All right. Thank you so much for this private training for my team.
You're welcome.
Unfortunately, not everyone could join us, but
I sent you the recording. I'll send you the recording, then you can send it in your group.
Okay. You will go first with this person. Okay. No, that's super. Just let me know, send me however you want, and if we have questions, we will ask them on Instagram.
Awesome, let's do it. Perfect.
And then we will have a drink in Belgium. A
Yes,
coffee,
off
pasta.
in Belgium when I go back, 100%. Then I make a team training physically.
Perfect. I'd love that.
Sounds good.
I will arrange that. Okay, super. Thank you so
Well,
much.
welcome.
Have a great day. See you next.
You too. Bye.
Ciao.